There is no path left to travel but forwards. No viable option but coexistence with the dinosaurs. It's a rocky road ahead of us. Less rocky, perhaps, under the right management.
Welcome, welcome. I am, of course, Cabot Finch, managing director of this new enterprise and the owner of this lovely patch of Badlands. Go on, take a look around. Breathe in the, fresh air.
Decidedly less fresh around the herbivore enclosure. Hey, tell me, what are you calling this again? Is it done? Dim?
DIN, the Dinosaur Integration Network. I am Kira Chang. A pleasure to meet you. We intend to help dinosaurs and humans coexist globally, and I am here to find clients who share that goal.
Hey, so I should, ignore the roaming velociraptors that I saw on the way in and just focus on the bare bones enclosure? Wow, you're spoiling me.
Please, Doctor, take a look at the site map. Not only does this map allow us to oversee the site, but it also shows that the raptors are no longer nearby. We have plenty of time.
Oh yes, plenty of time, sure. Until, of course, we don't.
All right, let's get this showcase underway. To kick things off, some rescues will be arriving here any time now. Let's use a delivery zone to transport them all in one trip. It saves time and, even better, a boatload of chopper fuel. Okay, perfect. When the chopper gets here, direct them to that delivery zone. Excellent! The Loki-Ceratops are on their way. And the pilot said there's something special about the group, so, consider my interest piqued.
Ah, our other important guest has arrived. Dr. Dua, welcome to Montana.
And thank you for inviting me. Your goal to help dinosaurs thrive has certainly caught the conservation sector's attention. I truly hope you can succeed.
Ha! So do I. So do I.
A wild juvenile dinosaur. Absolutely remarkable. And not a common sight these days. You know, the mind boggles thinking about how its experiences now will shape it. Will its future be peaceful? Chaotic? The deciding factor, I suspect, is you.
What a beautiful young dinosaur. Can we perhaps observe it more closely?
Dinosaur appeal is one of the things that'll draw new guests to a site. And boy, oh boy, do juveniles sell entry tickets.
And well-cared-for juveniles will grow into more appealing adults as well. As dinosaurs explore their new enclosure, they'll form a territory. It's inside this territory that their environment must meet their needs.
Some dinosaurs play well with others, some less so. Keep an eye on who's sharing an enclosure with who.
I must say, that enclosure is a far cry from the environment these animals evolved for.
All part of the demonstration, I assure you. We have a suite of environmental tools to help make this enclosure more appropriate, which is, of course, our next priority.
Wonderful work. Actions like this will certainly earn you a good reputation with the conservation sector.
Not to alarm you all, but is that
A sandstorm, and it came out of nowhere.
typical? It ripped apart some of our fences, too.
Storms like this can harm or panic dinosaurs. This is a delicate situation.
Right. A spooked giant is a big threat to our guests. The priority needs to be tranquilizing it with the capture team chopper. We can repair the enclosure later.
Asset spotted. Hold it, ground. Asset spotted. Controls retaken.
Hey, nice shooting. Those dinosaurs won't be waking up anytime soon, so you've earned us some breathing space. Now, I'm not exactly adept with a hammer, so let's bring in the experts. We need a maintenance facility, and like yesterday,
Every facility placed will need to be connected to our path network.
now get out there and repair everything you can. You know, Dr. Dua, Dr. Malcolm, your, testimonials would really make a difference. We need the support of the conservation sector if anyone will take us seriously. And if they don't, Din is going down. And taking what's left of my money and self-respect with it.
John Hammond said something similar when he brought me and the others to Jurassic Park. You know, I could dig out the report that I made for him, but I'd need to update some details, like oohs and ahs and running and screaming, you know, that sort of thing.
I'm not sure that now is the time for that conversation, Mr. Finch. Let's focus on the task at hand for the moment. A thorough and efficient batch of repairs. Impressive work.
Now that the enclosure is fixed up, we're safe to transport the dinosaurs back into it. When transporting a dinosaur, first choose the animal you want to move and then pick where to send it. That storm could have torn the park apart, or hurt the dinosaurs. We got lucky, but luck tends to run out eventually.
No need to worry. I suggested we prepare for such a thing weeks ago. And we did prepare, didn't we, Mr. Finch?
Well, you know, the to-do list was pretty long. And how was I to know we'd be hit by a... Look, let's not point fingers, especially at me. Bit of a long shot, but, Dr. Malcolm, any chance you can ignore the whole breakout thing?
Oh boy, now you're asking an awful lot of me.
Okay, maybe not ignore, but focus on how well we dealt with it? No? Well, can't blame a guy for trying, huh?
Asset transported. Asset has been transported.
Let's place down some maintenance posts across the site. They'll let your maintenance ATVs patrol and fix the place up automatically. You want your maintenance posts to cover all buildings and power generators that might need repairing, refueling, or resupplying. Those posts also have a wider range to them, and any fences that break in that range will automatically get repaired. Once you've placed your maintenance posts, you can directly assign a maintenance team to each one.
Out on patrol. Starting patrol. Understood. It's on the to-do list. No problem.
I've arranged for more dinosaurs to arrive on site. They were struggling in the nearby desert, but we can give them a better life here.
One moment. Corythosaurus. They cohabitate wonderfully with Lokiceratops, so please do place them in the same enclosure. Replicating natural varied ecosystems should always be a high priority.
All right then. You're the boss. Until you say you're supporting us at least. Then I'm back in charge. I'm kidding. Mostly.
Transit has commenced. Get the generator back.
This place is shaping up faster than I expected. The benefit of hiring the right park manager, eh? I mean, just take a step back and look at what you've done already. This site is our very own window into prehistoric Montana. Diplodocus? Check. Lokiceratops? Check. Corythosaurus? Well, here we go. Delivery successful. Now, we better make sure those dinosaurs are loving their new home. I mean, I'm sure they are, but I pride myself on being a good host. Or at least a passable one.
They could certainly be more comfortable here. Balancing comfort between multiple species can be a challenge, but one worth overcoming.
Is it just me, or do those dinosaurs not look as happy as the Lokiceratops?
Like many species, they need males in their herd to truly thrive. Male dinosaurs are rather rare, though, so there's little we can do. Perhaps Din isn't a good fit for the conservation sector. Your work is inspiring, but the dinosaurs need something extraordinary if they're to get a foothold in the wild.
You know, the dinosaurs aren't adapting fast enough to reproduce on their own. The course of natural history is trying to reassert itself, and you simply cannot fight nature.
But we could work with it. I know of a research station developing not only male dinosaur synthesis, but sustainable breeding programs too. If it will earn your support, I suggest that we all head there immediately.
Just to check, we're, coming back here, right?
Oh, we must. If that research succeeds, we have to return to reintroduce male dinosaurs to these herds.
All right, my bags are packed, so let's go.
Well, you know, I've been to a tropical island harboring so-called groundbreaking research before, and I felt this same mix of sheer wonder and utter dread back then, too. I'm more optimistic about what I'll find this time around, but still, if I may, a word of advice: build more places to hide than you think you need.
Aloha, Hawaii!
This is not a vacation, Mr. Finch. We are here to support pioneering research on dinosaur breeding. And to that end, I'm pleased to introduce you all to Dr. Luis Baldera, a leading paleoecologist. Dr. Baldera, the room is yours.
Hey, good to meet you all. Truth be told, I wasn't expecting help so soon. Kira seemed pretty insistent that it has to be now, though, so I'm definitely gonna make the most of it.
Well, you know, we're all dying to see how this works out. Well, hopefully not literally dying.
Dr. Baldera has done quite well on his own, but many minds make light. Research. We'll need a control center so that we can hire scientists for the project.
We should hook that building up to the path network, too. Science by candlelight is great for atmosphere, but less great for productivity. Let's get a generator down and power that building.
Scientists have a variety of skills, but researching male synthesis will require experience in genetics. Please hire whomever you think can do the job.
That's the genetic skill requirements sorted. Scientists aren't free, so let's not hire more than we need for now, huh?
Okay, first off, we're gonna need a science center. See, while parthenogenesis is a thing, that's reproduction without a mate. Dinosaur breeding typically requires a pair. Male dinosaurs are uncommon in the wild, but we can create our own with a bit of clever research. That's where the Science Center comes in.
Dr. Baldera, do you truly believe that this breeding program will work?
I'm pretty sure it will. Dinosaurs breeding in the wild is rare, but I've observed common needs and behaviors. That's what we're building from. Next steps. Right. We need to gather some genetic material if we're going to actually synthesize a male. But finding an appropriate dig site will take a head for logistics that I definitely don't have. Let's hire some practical thinkers. Now let's research a dig site with plenty of Maiasaura fossils.
Wonderful. There's surely no better choice to pioneer this research than a species whose name means good mother lizard.
Well, sure. What better reason to bring a breathing, thinking being into a strange new world than a lovely, apt name?
We'll need an expedition center to act as a base of operations for the dig. Let's construct one immediately.
Expeditions and me go way back. They're a crucial part of any site like this one, after all. See, we send teams out to dig sites where they collect fossils. Then we crack those fossils open and scoop out the genome, which lets us create dinosaurs. That wasn't the most scientific explanation, but it gets the idea across, right?
A whole lot of Maiasaura fossils and eggs were found in Montana's Egg Mountain dig site. Sounds like a prime expedition spot to me.
Oh, hey, that's not far from the dusty patch of paradise we just came from. Small world.
Smaller still when the continents were smushed together.
Fantastic. Our expedition is underway. Let's hope they bring back some great fossils, huh? Keeping an eye on dinosaur welfare is a full-time job, and I don't want your attention stretched thin. That's when trouble starts. The ranger teams can handle it, but they'll need to be assigned to ranger posts to guide their patrols. Let's build some posts and get those rangers to work. Make sure the ranger posts cover any dinosaurs that you want your rangers to keep an eye on during their patrols. Looking good. Now just assign ranger teams to those posts and you're set.
Attention personnel, please stand by for a vehicle return.
Patrol underway. Understood.
Maiasaura are not the only animals that this client cares about. So, while we have some time, please ensure that the other dinosaurs here are comfortable.
No one's going to want to visit these sites if they can't see the dinosaurs. Look, this isn't my area of expertise, but the math is simple enough. Impressive prehistoric animals plus well-placed viewing galleries equals more guests. Take those guests and subtract their spending money, and that equals a very happy Cabot Finch, huh? How's that for showing you're working out? The point is, always make sure an enclosure has good dinosaur visibility if we're to make this a sustainable endeavor. A well-positioned viewing building is worth its weight in, well, concrete and reinforced glass.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery.
Ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Hey, did our expedition team make it back all right? Did they, find anything good?
Use the Science Center to extract genetic information from the fossils they bring back. This is a task best done by scientists skilled in genetics.
And anything not rich in genetic information could still make us rich in petty cash. So don't be shy about selling things either.
Ooh, while we're laying the foundation of the project, let's build a hatchery too. Can't breed dinosaurs without hatching a few eggs, right?
Not long now until the genome is done extracting. What's that old saying? A watched pot of dino DNA never boils?
Now that you can exert more control over embryonic hormones, it's time to synthesize your first male Maiasaura. Just think, generations of dinosaurs engineered to be female, and now we're purposefully unshackling them. Incredible.
Getting the generator back up.
If I may, I can only hope that all the consequences of this are being considered. I know they're not, of course, but, you know, I do love to hope.
We are considering every outcome in this research. Your concern is understandable, but unfounded.
Unfounded? Geez, what a thing to say. My concern has a rock-solid foundation of experience. You know, I've seen profits put before science. I've seen rapid progress, and the excitement around that eclipse any caution. So, not unfounded.
Yes, I misspoke. Your experience is evident, but we are not Biosyn, Doctor. We are not InGen. Try to see this work with fresh eyes, optimistic eyes.
Well, I'm very optimistic, so let's keep on going. I'm never going to be a fan of more outgoing costs, but I'm pretty sure we're going to need scientists with skills in welfare to actually get incubation going.
Okay, let's incubate those eggs. You've gotta love the hatchery, right? Amazing building. Life literally develops inside it.
Commencing.
Oh, hello there, history. Repeating yourself, I see. Hey, tell me, did meddling in nature work out well the first time?
incubation.
All right. Ready when you are.
Dinosaur synthesis. It never gets any less magical, does it?
Those are some beautiful animals. And note how the male and female Maiasaura have different patterning, too.
Dimorphism in prehistoric animals. And given how rare males are in the wild, I suspect we still have so much to discover.
Yes, indeed. And this is just a start. So, let's get those Maiasaura comfortable. Okay, now we need to check our Maiasaura's breeding potential and compatibility.
So I understand, you have ways of assessing their breeding capabilities, their fertility.
Oh, yes. There are chemical markers, but honestly, you can tell everything you need to just by observing the dinosaurs closely enough.
Interesting. Can you tell with humans too?
I know you're in charge here, but do I actually have to answer that?
No. No, you do not.
Now, eventually you do plan to have breeding in your breeding program, right?
Yes, we do. But dinosaurs need an appropriate nest first. Replicating the natural conditions these animals need is what sets this research apart.
Aha! Artificially replicating nature. No doubt this will go completely according to plan, as it always does.
The conditions are right and the dinosaurs are happy. Now all we can do is wait.
Hey, hope I didn't miss the main attraction.
Oh, no, hello. Are you with the Ding Group?
Oh, no. Where are my manners? I'm Isaac Clement. Great to meet you. I do a lot of work with the entertainment sector, and they are very interested in this project of yours. Juveniles will meet huge crowds after all, so I have to see this for myself. But it's all good. I'll be patient.
Hey, patience. That's a refreshing thing to see. You know, if only those folks that preceded you had waited longer and planned more, maybe decided not to play with the genetic foundations of life with all the grace of a kid baking a cake for the first time. And by that I mean, you got to admire their ambition, but my God, the mess.
It worked. We got eggs. See, you take care of the dinosaurs and they do what comes naturally. I can't wait for what comes next.
This seems like a good chance to talk about contracts. They're jobs you can pick up on the side to build your reputation with the industry sectors. And bring in a little extra cash while you're at it. Here, let's get you started with one now.
well, I'll be. Juvenile dinosaurs created the old-fashioned way. How far they've come. No longer man-made assets that test the limits of what science can or should do, but animals. Naturally bred animals. Wow, fascinating. So fascinating and possibly, cataclysmic. I'm wildly curious to find out.
My word, you actually did it. By recreating natural conditions, no less. This could be just the thing to give dinosaurs a foothold in challenging environments.
Wow. I feel like I'm staring at history in the making, and it is adorable. I think we all need to share the news, but I bet people are gonna want proof. Can we grab some pictures?
Full disclosure, I've already named them Cabot Jr., so make sure you get their best side. But let's be honest, that's any side, right?
We own the assets.
What a photo! Oh, I'm printing out a copy of that one for my wallet. Oh, they grow up so fast.
Reassigning roles.
Okay, we need to make sure that our guests have a good view of these little miracles, too.
Ah, yes, the three most important days in any life. The day you're born, the day you die, and the day the viewing gallery opens.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery. Our magnificent and
Uh-oh. The juvenile is unwell. That's the trouble with having an undeveloped immune system, I guess.
Good Lord, it's Cabot Jr. We've barely had any time together. You've got to do something, Doc.
It doesn't seem serious to my eyes, but it does need investigating. We'll need a paleomedical facility to do so. You can choose an MVU team and ride alongside them, or give them a task to diagnose whatever is ailing that juvenile. Let's find out what's wrong as soon as possible.
Generator just needs some fuel.
As I suspected, not a pleasant illness, but not untreatable either. Have your scientists research the cure, then use an MVU team to deliver that cure via DART.
Sounds like a plan. I just hope that Cabot Jr. is better with needles than I am. Okay, great. That's the research complete. Now, let's get that dinosaur cured. Assign an MVU team to a nearby ranger post, Stat. Patrolling MVU teams will automatically scan and diagnose minor issues. Major issues? Well, those will call for a trip to a paleomedical facility.
Okay, understood. Sure thing.
You've done it! Huh. You know, I was worried there for a second, but Cabot Jr. is completely cured. Needless to say, thank you. Really, thank you for taking care of them. Wait a second. You're kidding. Is that Bob? Oh, how I have missed that man.
We worked together for years, Finch. My name is George, but Lambert's fine. Dr. Dewar told me about Din, and about the juveniles. She suggested the security sector should advise.
A perfect time for you to join us, Mr. Lambert. It seems that the situation at our Montana site has changed. The velociraptors are moving closer.
Oh, the carnivores have noticed the human buffet that we've graciously set up for them. What a surprise.
Yes, well, we need to return there immediately and handle the situation. Everyone, the velociraptors, what are they doing?
The inevitable, their biological imperative, you know, they're hunting.
I alert people. Finch, it's time to prove that Din cares about security.
Right, well, the guests and me need somewhere to hide. Build an emergency shelter. A fine-looking hidey hole there. And now open up the shelter to put out the alert. Raptors can be a tricky target on the best of days, so I suggest letting the pros do their thing. Give the capture team the task to tranquilize those dinosaurs and put a stop to the rampage.
Asset reported. Acknowledged. Heads up on new asset. New asset ID.
Right. Those dinosaurs won't be waking up anytime soon, but we better have an enclosure ready for when they do. We do have a half-built enclosure on site that'll probably do the job, if you can, you know, finish it up.
We should power those fences with a generator. If an animal tries to escape, it could hurt itself or even your guests. A light shock, however, will act as a gentle deterrent.
Yeah, listen, you can call me paranoid or, more accurately, justifiably nervous, but I'm telling you, those generators tend to run out of juice at the very worst of times.
Don't we all? But no, I don't want dinosaurs getting out either. Worth making sure that the generators are in range of a maintenance post so our maintenance team can keep an eye on them. When the enclosure is ready, give the order to transport those sleeping meat eaters into it. I'll leave it in your capable hands, okay? Take as long as you need, but not too long. Even sleeping carnivores make me nervous.
En route to pick up the asset. Collecting asset. Asset to be collected.
Good work. Now wait for the delivery to end and confirm they're all enclosed.
It's strange, isn't it? Alan and Ellie had a dig site near here in this scenic patch of Montana's Badlands. You know, they were digging for fossilized dinosaurs, and now you're containing living, breathing, thinking dinosaurs a mere stone's throw away. Wow, it's really, it's poetic in a vague sort of sense, and deeply terrifying in a more specific sort of sense.
Asset delivered. Asset transportation underway.
Attention personnel, please stand by for a vehicle return.
Asset has been transported.
Make sure to close any shelters once you've dealt with the threat. After all, guests aren't likely to spend money while they're busy hunkering down. Although a bunker gift shop isn't a bad idea. Huh. Nice job dealing with those raptors. Vicious and intelligent carnivores don't tend to mix well with guests.
Vicious and intelligent they may be, but those velociraptors deserve as much support as any other dinosaur. A feeder that gives them an outlet for their hunting instinct would be particularly beneficial.
Better the goats than us, is what you mean to say. Now that they're enclosed, those raptors will actually be boosting the site's appeal. And more appeal means more guests, so it's good news in my book. Guests will actually need to be able to see the raptors to be impressed by them, but that's why we build viewing galleries, right? Huh? Dinosaur appeal is great, but dinosaur visibility is what will actually sell tickets. Improving visibility with attractions like the viewing gallery is an important step if we actually want to make a profit here. And you do want to make a profit, right?
I'd rather like to revisit our Corythosaurus. They needed males in the herd to thrive, and thanks to Dr. Baldera, that's exactly what we can provide them with. We just need enough genome to begin synthesis. We will need an expedition center to organize gathering the appropriate genetic material. Then, once we have processed the fossils in the science center, we can synthesize the males in a hatchery. We are so close to providing those animals with what they need. Keep up your excellent work.
Commencing synthesis procedure. Attention personnel. Please. Commencing synthesis procedure.
You did it. They're happy. They're thriving. And it's all thanks to your hard work. Well done. With males in the herd, we are only a well-placed nest away from helping these animals start a new lineage. It's not an objective that I will set, but I will always support breeding dinosaurs wherever possible.
We've done a fantastic job taking care of the dinosaurs so far, and that's great. Really great. But maybe it's time we take as much care of our bottom line, eh? You see, our guests need caring for just as much as our animals. They need hotels to sleep in, restrooms to answer nature's call. A comfortable site draws in more guests, and I'm very much a people person. I'm especially a people with spending money person.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the park.
Looking good so far. FYI, we've got number crunchers behind the scenes collecting info on the site's appeal, how guests are feeling, and my favorite bit, our amenity sales. Take a look. Ooh, those amenity sales could be a lot less red. How sites like this one make money is pretty straightforward. See, if we have incredible animals on site and the guests can see them, then we'll sell plenty of entry tickets. And as long as we keep our guests comfortable and make sure they approve of what we're doing, we'll sell even more entry tickets. That's when we hit them with some excellent food, drinks, and shopping amenities to really bump up our income. As we seem to be lacking in the amenities department right now, we should really get that fixed. You know, I created Din to support dinosaurs and bring people joy. And there's nothing more joyful than good food, good drinks, and reasonably priced merchandise. Think of the site's profits as a measurement of joy. Building amenities near popular attractions will make profits go up, and needless to say, that's the direction that profits should be going in. You can kit out amenities however you like, but you're not shooting in the dark. Our data geniuses will show you in real time how different products or features will impact guest satisfaction, and how that equals more profit.
Popping up generator.
You're not gonna believe what I found. Well, okay, my lawyers pointed it out to me, but same thing. We have more land than I thought. I trust it'll be put to good use. Huh? Wink, wink. More dinosaurs and more revenue. Wink, wink.
While this particular site is owned by Mr. Finch, I thought it best to still define some specific targets to work towards. Remember, satisfying these goals will define this site's overall park rating. Our park ratings prove that we can manage sites and make clients happy, which helps me expand DIN globally.
I cannot believe the momentum that DIN has suddenly gained. Kira, you've been talking to potential clients, right? Any, good news?
I'm close to securing a new site now. Follow my advice on increasing our reputation and park ratings, and our proposition will be irresistible.
Filling up a generator.
The conservation sector have asked me to keep an eye on DIN long term, so consider me an official advisor. And on that topic, your reputation with the conservation sector would only improve if we had more naturally bred dinosaurs on site.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased... Personnel. We have detected power outages across the site. Available personnel, please respond. Ladies and gentlemen, after an unexpected outage, power has now been restored across the site. Thank you for your patience and understanding.
Filling up a generator.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery. Magnificent animals.
Keeping the area on patrol. Generator will be running soon.
Commencing synthesis procedure. Commencing synthesis procedure. Incubation complete. Prepare asset for release. Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
I have some rather incredible news. Dr. Baldera will be joining Din full-time, And with his breeding expertise and our brilliant park management skills, the sector representatives have offered their support as well. There is just one uncharacteristically quiet voice left. Dr. Malcolm?
I'm sure this is going to shock you, but I'm still skeptical. I mean, what you've done here is impressive, but, haven't we walked this path of good intentions before? At the same time, I'm nothing if not wildly curious, and if there's one thing that ambitious projects need, it's a voice of reason. So, here I am.
Well, sounds like everyone's pretty much on board. Din has hope, and I won't have to sleep in my nephew's basement. Fantastic! All right, don't keep me waiting. Where are we heading next?
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the park.
Las Vegas. In Spanish, the Meadows. Huh. It brings to mind peaceful, rolling pastures and verdant land. But what we get are greedy opportunists rolling the dice on displaying prehistoric animals in sorely lacking enclosures. But then, aren't you also taking a gamble? Will you be able to get this site not just functional, but ethical? Roll up, place your bets, and good luck. If you believe in that sort of thing.
When you said we were going to Vegas, I was expecting glitz, glamour, maybe a night on the town, huh? But that'll teach me for being optimistic. What was this place again?
I believe that the original owner called it a prehistoric playland, or some such. The new owner, our client, wants us to take better care of these animals.
And I bet they're expecting some impressive profits given the Vegas-adjacent real estate. Oh, I have a good feeling about this.
To help out, I brought in a freelance crisis manager. She was a big name at Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, until they went under. Catastrophically. But I'm sure that had nothing to do with you, Lily. Nothing at all.
Thank you, Cabot. And hello, everyone. Now, our most pressing task is to get these animals recontained, which means repairing that aviary. Unless we want those high flyers to escape to the bright lights of the city, of course.
Starting patrol. On my way for that repair. Adding task. On it.
Personnel, immediately proceed to your assigned assembly point.
Damage over here.
Please remain calm and proceed to an evacuation exit.
I'll fix up this damage.
And I should say, it's especially good to see you again, Kira.
You two know each other, huh?
Lily was a mentor for me. She gave me my first opportunities in paleocuration.
And you walked away from those opportunities with a copy of my contacts database in your pocket. She was a cunning young raptor even then.
Yes, well, I learned from the best. But let's just focus on recontaining the escaped flying reptiles.
Get the generator back up. Asset to be collected. Asset requiring collection. Asset collection request received. Asset being transported. Assets in the air. Asset has been collected. Asset delivered. delivery has been completed.
Looking good. But if this place is gonna hit the jackpot, we'll need these animals to be visible to our guests. And we should make it clear that the park's under new management with some stylish scenery, too.
Oh, yeah. What's a sideshow without the show, after all?
All those old structures that were on the site when we got here don't exactly shout high-end establishment. Remember, you can demolish anything you don't like or dress it up with some lovely scenery items. Do a good job and I might hire you to revitalize my porch.
Let's deploy the drone.
Attention personnel. Attention.
Personnel, please.
Filling up a generator.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new...
If this site runs out of money, well, that would be a crisis in its own right. Use the arrival point to open the park. Then we can get back to work.
Our client wants more species on site. This is a non-negotiable part of our contract, so do whatever needs to be done to make it happen. Lily, could you lend your guidance?
Oh, of course. Building a new aviary is step one, and it's crucial to get right. The proper environment will keep these animals happy enough to prevent an escape attempt. When the aviary is set up, then we can look into bringing more flying animals on site. The guests will love that, I'm sure.
Let's deploy the drone.
Attention personnel. Please stand by for the returning helicopter.
Getting the generator back up.
Time for us to make use of that genome, don't you think? Go ahead, synthesize, incubate, release, profit. Oh wait, did I say that last one out loud?
Right, the drone's assigned.
Ladies and gentlemen, commencing synthesis procedure. Synthesis. Commencing synthesis procedure. Incubation complete. Prepare asset for release.
The dinosaurs did not evolve for this world. Their struggles to adapt should be evidence of this. But you reject that fact, and you endanger human life in doing so. Dr. Malcolm was right. Nature must be allowed to take its course without human intervention. If that means a re-extinction of dinosaurs, so be it. We are extinction now, and this is our warning to you. End your work. Dissolve the dinosaur integration network, or this will no longer just be a warning.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
You know, I see where they're coming from. Nature should be revered, but the situation, I must say, has evolved since Mount Sibo's eruption on Isla Nublar. The dinosaurs aren't isolated on an island anymore. Our actions don't just affect prehistoric life, but human life also. But I suppose people will see what they want to see, and we can't stop them. Trust me, I've tried.
It's petty idealism being dressed up as a fact of nature. Our work is too important to allow this to slow us down.
Geez, your self-belief is admirable. You know, others have had that same confidence with, let's say, mixed results.
Let's keep doing what we're doing. It's not like they'll actually be able to stop us anyway, huh? our guests are going to expect a certain degree of luxury, which this park is currently lacking. Get them the amenities they deserve. And if someone can get me a high-end meal and a fluffy bathrobe while they're at it, all the better.
Mr. Finch, not to tempt fate, but I'm not sure that this site is quite, disastrous enough to justify a crisis manager. Your team is handling it rather well.
I have to agree. As nice as it is to see you, Lily, this seems like an unnecessary expense.
Maybe I underestimated what we could do in-house. But stick around just a little longer. This area is known for its shady characters, so anything could happen. Sawridge Cattle Company was just a tumbleweed's roll away.
All right. A little longer then, if you're genuinely concerned.
Mr. Finch, I was just talking to our client about their ambitions to expand the park. Do you have something you want to explain?
Okay, don't be mad, but I have a lot of friends/enemies/debt in Vegas, and I knew we'd need a crisis manager if we ever wanted to cut through the red tape and expand the site. And guess what? It worked, huh? Of course, Lily stormed off as soon as I told her, but she's dealt with jobs falling apart before. I said she was at Jurassic World, didn't I?
I am truly disappointed in you, Finch. But, I confess, the client will be happy. The red tape is down, but the land still needs to be paid for. We should generate enough funds to make this happen. Let's get the drone out. The prospect of a breeding program helped secure this contract, and now it is time to deliver on that. Dr. Baldera, I assume your research applies to flying reptiles as well?
In science, we don't assume. We postulate, we hypothesize, we test.
Aren't those just very fancy words for guess?
Okay, so I've studied flying reptiles a little less. Not so big on heights, but the principles are very much the same. Our flyers will need nests if we're going to encourage their natural wild behaviors.
Let's get the drone out there.
The site is getting more impressive by the day, but increasing diversity within our population would provide both scientific and entertainment value. That should be our next target.
Filling up a generator. using a drone.
You can't have a functioning park without the right infrastructure. And without a functioning park, where would we be? What, sitting at home? Not teetering on the edge of chaos? Boy, wouldn't that be dull?
Using a drone.
Personnel, please stand by for the returning helicopter. Attention personnel. We have detected power outages across the site. Available personnel, please respond.
Using a drone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new aviary viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our amazing avian reptiles.
Power will be back soon. Adding task. Using a drone.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming sandstorm. Commencing synthesis procedure.
Get the drone out there.
Commencing synthesis procedure. Ladies and gentlemen, please shield your eyes and proceed to take cover until the sandstorm has passed.
Generator will be running soon. Sending out the drone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of anomalous events. Procedure complete. Incubation personnel, please.
Money isn't everything, which is what I usually have to tell myself after a few nights in Sin City. It is a lot of things, though, so it's time to rake in the dough. While catering to our guests' needs, of course.
Chief among which is the need not to get eaten.
The drone. Releasing the drone. Leave the repair to me. This needs some work. Task. The drone's assigned. Let's get the drone out there.
I'm in the process of negotiating a new land purchase in the area, and I'm doing it without exploiting the goodwill of an old friend. How about that? Please, generate the funds to purchase the land, and I will push the contract through.
Assigned.
The die is cast, and we're holding all the aces. Okay, I might be mixing up my games, but the point is clear-ish. We're doing a great job.
Yes, we are, but our client is ambitious, and we are far from done. You can rest when this site is second only to the Las Vegas Strip in popularity.
That really is ambitious. And it's in the very capable hands of my team while I supervise from afar.
Attention personnel. We have detected power outages across the site. Available personnel, please respond.
En route to repair. Okay, the drone's on it. Confirmed. Copy that. I can fix it up. Responding to repair request. En route for repair. Some damage that needs